Well, good afternoon from the beautiful North Arabian Sea. I'm on the flag bridge of the USS Nassau. I'm Major General Harry Jenkins, the Commanding General of the 4th Marine Expeditionary Brigade. I'd like to personally welcome all the wives and family members and sweethearts, I suppose, who will eventually view this tape. And what we're trying to do here for the first time is to give you an idea of what life is like aboard Nassau, and to give you an opportunity, hopefully everybody, to see what your loved ones do and how they live and how they work and how they generally spend their existence while aboard the ship. I can tell you it's been a good deployment so far. We got out of Norfolk and have come a long way. We just recently finished a very good training program of about a period of about 6 days in the country of Oman, which lies off behind me. And we're fortunate to come out of that with only 3 minor injuries. We learned a lot about our plans, and we look forward to the next evolution, training evolution, which should go probably in about 2.5 to 3 weeks. I think it's especially important that we try and communicate with you back there to give you an idea as to how things are going on the ship. Actually, it's a good ship. We're doing very well, I think. And I think this will probably, like I say, this will be the first adventure of 2. We will again do another one of these and get it back to you prior to the Christmas holidays. One of the things we want to do with this tape is to not only show you how people function in their workspaces, but also to devote a large portion of the tape to just personal experiences, hellos, how are you doing, and that kind of thing from the officers and men of Command Group A, which is on the Nassau. And then a portion of this particular tape will be from the officers and men of Command Group B, which will be on the USS Guam. Of course, just one of the 18 ships that are out here is part of the Amphibious Task Force. From my own right, I would like to say to my wife Sue and my daughter Ann and my son TJ, things are doing fine. I like your letters from home. I love and miss you all, but hopefully we'll be home shortly. Thank you.
As the General mentioned, we'll start this with a few minutes of video footage our cameraman shot aboard the USS Nassau during the voyage over here. Although the majority of the footage is shot aboard the Nassau, we'll identify the Marines we have aboard the USS Guam separately later in this tape. We began our deployment with a massive loading in Norfolk. On the 18th of August, we had to wave goodbye as we proceeded to a location off the coast of North Carolina. Off the shore of North Carolina, we took on more Marines, equipment, and aircraft. Our transatlantic voyage began from there on the 20th of August. The first land we were able to see was outside the Strait of Gibraltar, where the southern tip of Spain was on the left and Morocco, Africa, was on our right. After crossing the Mediterranean Sea, we reached the Suez Canal area. While waiting to transit the Suez, we had a steel beach picnic on the flight deck. It was a nice chance for the Marines and sailors to enjoy some sun and a cookout. At sunrise the next day, we began transiting the Suez Canal. Again, the Marines were able to take a break from their work routine, snap a few pictures, and take in the sights of the Suez. After sailing down the Red Sea and into the Gulf of Aden in the southeastern section of the Arabian Peninsula, we entered the Arabian Sea, where we have been operating since about the 14th of September. Shipboard life is a new experience for many Marines, and like everything, something as simple as waking up was very different than it was back home. Many of us started a new day at home by waking up to an alarm clock. At sea, the Navy's alarm clock is an annoying whistle that interrupts the tranquility of laying in bed. A blaring whistle that seems to go on for minutes is broadcasted on the ship's PA system and is our alarm clock away from home.
For the crew, port side, my bomb troops, starboard side.
After the Marines wake up, it's off to the mess hall, which is the closest thing to home-cooked meals for the Marines and sailors at sea. Long lines are commonplace for chow, but the lines go fast here because Marines want to eat the chow while it's hot. The enlisted chow hall is the largest aboard ship. The petty officers, first class, and staff sergeants have their own section to eat in, complete with a refrigerator and microwave. For Marines in the grades of gunnery sergeant to sergeant major, the CPO mess is the second chow hall aboard ship, which offers some good chow in a separate location to eliminate one line at the chow hall. There are few offices available for Marines aboard the USS Nassau. The G1 office shares its space with Marines from Legal Office, Headquarters and Service Company, and G2 section. Marines handle many important administrative matters, including pay, Red Cross emergencies, routing of daily messages, powers of attorney, and legal matters. Inside the G3 office is the administrative section for operations. These leathernecks are responsible for messages, maps, and routing planning guidance. The nerve center for the MEB is the Landing Force Operations Center, or LFOC as it's commonly referred to. The LFOC is where a lot of planning and communications come together. Marines work around the clock here, reviewing operational planning, compiling communications messages from various ships, and tracking the MEB's air and ground unit readiness capabilities. In addition, the LFOC is the stage for many daily briefings. The G4 Marines are responsible for the logistics and supplies used, ordered, and on hand for the MEB. Although their offices are divided aboard the ship, their efforts are combined and used as an integral part of the readiness of the brigade. The G6 office is where the communications link is in place. In addition to monitoring shipboard communications, these Marines are responsible for the upkeep and repair of all field communications equipment used by the Marines. Within the confines of the Joint Public Affairs Office resides a mixture of Marines from Norfolk, Camp Lejeune, Cherry Point, and Beaufort. Together, they're responsible for releasing articles to the news media, escorting media aboard ship and ashore, putting out Arabian cultural information to Marines through pamphlets and television, and preparing press information kits sent to schools and civic organizations in the States. They are also responsible for all of the video and still photographic needs of the MEB, both on ship and ashore. The chaplain's office, although small in size, is a large part of our mission. In addition to offering daily and weekly religious services to the Marines and sailors aboard ship, they are there in time of need. The chaplain put together a presentation which could be given to Marines and sailors aboard other ships which touches on how to handle emotional issues and how to deal with problems. One of the most important functions of the chaplain is to be there if a crisis occurs. This personal concern, coupled with their expertise, often provides a quick solution. There are other Marines who have offices aboard the USS Nassau, but unfortunately our cameras are not allowed in their work sections due to security considerations. Although many Marines don't have an office like they do back in Norfolk, it doesn't mean they don't work. Sometimes setting up a field desk in the berthing compartment is the solution to no office space. Improvising is a trait that has become synonymous with the Marines. Some officers give up their chair in a crowded office and find it just as well to work from their stateroom. Some of those who don't require an office are the Marines on mess duty. Marines are attached to the ship's mess hall details when Marines are aboard ship. One Brigade Marine is needed for each of the 25 in the unit while aboard ship. Another working party is the underway replenishing of a ship. Since many times we don't have access to a port while at sea, we get supplies while moving. Often Marines find themselves on working parties when the ship is resupplied at sea. The well deck is often dimly lit and out of sight for many Marines, but it contains the majority of supplies needed for both underway operations and those ashore. On the flight deck, Marines work to assist combat cargo in the offloading of helicopters. Much of this offload includes cargo such as mail and supplies and scheduling Marines for flights to and from the Nassau. The possibility of Iraq using chemicals has been broadcast in many newspapers and television news programs, but the 4th MEB Marines are prepared. Marines are taught nuclear, biological, and chemical defense through practical application classes as well as several television broadcasts throughout the day. We have been distributing many Arabian cultural pamphlets to provide our Marines with insight on the Arabian customs, courtesies, weather, and terrain. Being physically fit is another training program Marines are avid believers in. Marines who are in good shape will survive longer in any environment. The Nassau's spacious, well-equipped weight room offers many free weights, Nautilus equipment, and stationary cycles to use. When the aircraft aren't flying during the day, Marines can use the flight deck to stretch their legs out and log in some miles. Others use it as a chance to enjoy the wind and the sunshine. The headquarters company office helps to keep Marines in shape by putting out a training schedule. This hike found Marines marching with full gear around the ship. The hike helps us to get a feel for humping with a full pack, while at the same time gets us out in the fresh air for a while. In addition to Marine Corps training, the Navy periodically has emergency drills designed to see how Marines and sailors perform in case of an actual emergency. The General Quarters drill is designed to have people report to their battle stations. A man overboard drill is similar to a General Quarters drill and is designed to make sure everyone is accounted for at all times. Another drill which tests the medical community readiness is a mass casualty drill. During this drill, corpsmen and doctors have pre-assigned work sections where they prepare to handle incoming injuries. Drills like these are taken seriously, and repetition breeds preparedness. Since there aren't any convenience store parking lots to pull into, many necessities for Marines are found in the ship's store. As you can see, there is a variety of personal items, toiletries, magazines, knickknacks, and souvenirs available. And what's a Marine without a haircut? Some Marines find employment at sea behind the barber's chair, and their customers are usually pleased. Haircuts are a commonplace occurrence for Marines, and this shop is usually one where there will be a line. Perhaps the most morale-boosting asset for our Marines is mail. Although we endured some tough times with mail delays until reaching our current location, it's now more consistent. Tons of mail are distributed to our Marines, ranging from the postcard to a care package from home. For those who don't have family members, several stateside pen pals are available, from elementary school classrooms to senior citizens. Letters addressed to any Marine or sailor are a welcome sight. Answering letters is a good way to spend some free time. Another free time haven is the ship's library, which offers many books for Marines to dig into. On weekends and mornings, the library is transformed into a chapel where various denominational services are held. The Mars Room occasionally offers Marines a chance to call home or send a Marsgram. Unfortunately, ham radio operators are a necessity for the Mars program, and this service is often reserved for emergencies. But when available, it's another long-line morale-boosting facility. The ship's band room has some guitars, horns, drums, and miscellaneous musical equipment for Marines to use. With those for an ear for music, the band room is the place to be after hours. And sometimes serenity and tranquility are desired, and this can be found with a small search. Whether it is watching a sunset or standing on the galley-walk watching the waves break, viewing the seas are an excellent opportunity for Marines to let their thoughts return home. If all else fails, there is always the rack, where Marines can return to. In addition to being the replacement for their bed back home, the rack is where many Marines write letters or read books. Beginning at 4:30 p.m., the ship's television network provides 2 channels for entertainment. Usually one channel is reserved for movies, while the other offers pre-recorded game shows, talk shows, and even an occasional football game. The lounge in the evening is usually crowded and eyes are glued to the tube. October 11th was a day of fun in the sun with a safety stand-down. Here's a short recap of that day.
Well, as you can see, life here at the front is really rough today. We've had a very long, tough day, and we're kind of rewarding ourselves by having put out so much effort into today's activities. This is just one of the normal events that we do from time to time. In this particular case, Navy has a regulation where after 45 days at sea, each able-bodied man is worth 2 cans of beer. So we're taking advantage of that, and that's kind of the way our calendar goes. For Sue, my daughter Ann, my son TJ, and above all, the cat, I wish you the best, and I really wish you were out here. It'd be more fun if we were home. Thank you.
My name's Sergeant Tony Regino. I'm a cook/baker with 4th Marine Expeditionary Brigade. I'd like to say hi to my wife, Rosemary, 4 kids. Miss you a lot, and having lots of fun here. Like my haircut? That's all I got.
Wait.
Hi, I'm Gunny Ray Morales. I work in the 4th MEB Pt1. I'd like to say hello to Don, Andrew, and David. And I'd like to give a little message to David and Andrew. Uncle Smitty said he was going to bring you some gifts when we get back. And Dawn, please drive by Pizza Hut and say hello for us, will you?
Hello, my name is Staff Sergeant Robert J. Hudson. I serve with 4th MEB, the plans chief, and sometimes the assistant operations chief. Well, about the only thing I say is hi to Jessica and Bobby, and then Charmy, Sue, Mom, Dad, Mark, Teresa, Harl, anybody else out there that knows me, hello to you too. It's been exciting here, and we're having a lot of fun, if you really believe that. Today is our first time we had beer for the last 45 days plus, and everybody around here is really enjoying themselves. I wish you guys can be here with me. Okay, well, that's about all I got to say, because I got to give a chance for everybody else to go on this little tape and give their speech. Well, goodbye, good luck, God bless, and everything else.
Hi, folks. Welcome to the North Arabian Sea. My name is Major Mitchell. I'm the Fire Support Officer, 4th MEB. I'd like to say hello to my wife, Julie, my sons, Andrew and Wes, and our dog, Alex. A belated birthday greeting to you, Brownie. I won't tell anybody you're 31. Congratulations on the new job. Andrew, keep up the good work in school, soccer and in swimming. Hopefully we'll be able to go swimming together when we get home. Wes, be a good boy for your mom and do everything she tells you to do. I certainly hope we don't have any accidents anytime in the near term. I miss everybody. I wish I was back there rather than here, but everything's going well. Love you all.
Hey, I'm out here. The rest of these crazies out here, and it seems like everybody's doing fine. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Jim Ledford, G3 Ops, 4th MEB. I'd like to say hi to Kathy, my wife, and Jenny, my daughter. And Kathy, say hi to your dad and Shirley. And if you get a chance, my mom and dad. Take care of old Russell there and say hey to the birds and stuff. So we're doing fine, and love you all. Jenny, you do good in school and gymnastics, and I'll see you when I get back.
Hi, I'm Chuck O'Neill with the G3. Hi, Tressie. Hi, Matthew. Hi, Heather. Hi, Heidi. Hi, Zach. I love and miss you all. I wish I could say that I wish you were here, but it kind of sucks, so I'll just say I wish I was there. And hope to see you soon. Matthew.